thought we would do a Cricut project because we haven't really done one in a while, and I had talked to my mom about making some place cards for the holidays, and I had this sticker paper I have yet to try, sticker cardstock, and I also had a bunch of leftover of this particular pattern of this from the Reindeer Games Cat Scrappiness pad. It's a fairly thick. It's almost like a light cardstock. It's probably more like a 50 or 60 pound cover weight. Anyway, my mom's table is green, so I thought I would mostly use this red side. I'd cut these into 3x3 squares, so you'd have like a 3" by 1.5" high. So I had gone into Design Space and basically knocked that all up. So I actually haven't opened these guys yet, so let's see what this stuff actually feels like. Hopefully it will be A+. I've been really happy with most of the Cricut Smart Paper, so I think I will be a fan. Just needs a little extra help getting undone. And this comes in, this is the Brights colorway, but they also have a pastel as well. And interestingly, it comes with, oh, I get it. These are all Smart Materials, so this is sort of a more of a dustier red, so I think that'll work really well. So we have a couple options. I've been really liking the metallic markers lately from Cricut, and I think given sort of the lightness of this, I mean the fact that it's not like, I mean if you compare it to say like, I don't know, if I grab the pen and paper again, whoops, see like this is a much darker red, like this is almost a cardinal, but this is slightly lighter, so I think it will be easier to see things on. So I guess I think I'm going to go with the metallic markers. The other option is I did pick up a white gel pen from Cricut. They call this a 1mm gel pen. And I did a few tests on here. And then these are the metallic markers. I think using gold would be good. I'm going to just make sure this guy writes. And he does. But if this doesn't work out, we can try a different color combination. Obviously, from a Cricut standpoint, the machine does not really care what colors you are using, but I think red and gold would be Christmassy. So let me just make it and say I'm going to cut without a mat. I'm going to cut interesting. It's interesting that they asked me about material size. Smart. This is called sticker cardstock. Smart sticker cardstock. Let's add that to the favorites. Anyway. Is asking me to load in a pen. The Joy has this nice magnet feature, which is kind of cool because it makes life a lot easier. So I'm just going to drop this guy in and close it. And then I'm going to load my material. It's a little wonky, but we'll figure it out. And we are done. You can see how nicely this cut. In fact, it actually almost cut through, and did cut through some of the sticker cardstock, but it might just be the way that it works. And if you can see, this is a little shy of ½ inch, or a little shy of 3 inches on purpose. So I will put our Cricut to the side, because all we really need to do now is make the little cards. And I haven't decided if I want to just leave them pretty simple or do something on the back. I'm thinking simple is probably better, but we'll see. I'll just grab my handy dandy paper trimmer. This actually gets pretty easy to do the math on, because you're basically just cutting this into squares. At the 3-inch mark. You could either do this horizontally or vertically. I think I'm going to do it horizontally because I kind of like that look better, but to each their own. Obviously, your project, you can do whatever you would like. Let me just grab my scoreboard and show you how one of these goes together, and then I can show you the rest of them at the end. So I want to score horizontally, so basically I want to score at the 1.5. I generally like to pull the paper a little forward so that you can really kind of get in the groove, and then you can score it once or more, and then you do that for the remainder. Then basically just burnish to get a nice fold, and like sometimes you'll get a little cracking with some of these papers, so you can always either A, use less pressure when you're scoring, or you can use a thinner paper like the Michaels cardstock works well. So you could use a thinner paper and then make panels like this. But this is basically what they're going to look like. So I will grab mine. Wow, this really cut all the way through. And it's interesting stuff, actually. So this is really pretty heavyweight. So I'm playing around with this. I find doing this on a scoreboard makes it a lot easier to kind of line stuff up. But I mean, this should have about a ½ inch border. But here you go. And I do have some of these guys. They're sort of woodland creatures. So I may, on some of the names that have extra space, I may use them. Let me grab let's grab a bird. That seems very festive. See, so you can kind of fill in some of the empty space. But that's basically how they work. So I am going to make a bunch more of these, but pretty easy project to do, and good way to use up stuff that I already had in my stash. Thanks for checking it out.